Gossamer pulling out the Zero Suit Samus CarbonCopies on the Falco. So we've seen both of these players on these characters fairly recently, so no big surprise there. Definitely not their go-to, though, in a clutch situation. And Gossamer landing that big combo when he gets the stun off the side. Not able to get the finish, though. CarbonCopies will make it back to the stage. Oh, you need him? Sorry about the interruption there, but first stock has gone the way of Gossamer. He is sitting at 135, though, so CarbonCopies takes care of that, brings it down to a 2 stocks piece. 81% extra credit, though, for Gossamer, because he has a nice lead. Looking for another stun, not going to get that, but Carbon leaves himself out to dry on the cross-up. And the stun lands there, just able to get a little bit more with that up smash. Ticks him out over the side, but Gossamer flying back to the stage, only taking 7.5%. CarbonCopies up to 128 now. Good spot dodge there, but he runs straight into the grab. And there, the stun again into that up smash. Finally able to get the entirety of the up smash that time. Sends him out. And he's landing everything with that whip. Carbon finally gets a chase there, gets some damage out, but down the full stock here. Gossamer's in a great spot. Gossamer makes it back to stage, not punch right away, gets the stun on CarbonCopies and gets away, retakes control of the stage there with that grab. And the stun into the forward smash, going to get him way off to the side, not going to be able to finish it. Carbon, really good hit there and almost takes himself onto the stage, but recovers just fine. Gossamer thinking about the chase, decides better if he gets the stun on the side of the stage and carries him out. No problem there. Game 1 goes the way of Gossamer. We have CarbonCopies moving over to the Wolf, and they return to Pokemon Stadium 2. Now, we've seen Carbon mostly play Falco and Wolf. He doesn't really play Fox. He will go to Cloud, of course, if he feels push comes to shove, and we've seen a few other come out from him fairly often as well, such as Belmonts. Gossamer, for his part, we have seen a lot of Zero Suit Samus over the full year or so of SmashDEN, but mostly DDD when push comes to shove. Oh, and that air dodge doesn't get him to ledge, and he just falls out the bottom. First stock going the way of CarbonCopies. Carbon keeping up the pressure, getting some good extra credit on the Gossamer. Honestly, getting near a kill percentage. That was very close to being a fully charged down smash there. Able again with the whip though. And sends him out with that. evens it up at two stocks. Carbon able to get the smash there and chases down with the dash. Laser not going to find it. Finds him getting back onto the ledge. Just bounces him though. Make it most of the way up to the top blast zone, but he is coming up a bit shy of it yet. 151 though. He's got to be very careful here. Carbon's going to finish him off with one more good hit. That one's cross stage. He'll stay alive, gets one stun, a little more damage off that. Grab, he's going to do a back throw, and that'll be plenty. It sends him out the top. In fact, CarbonCopies only 10% on his second stock. Gossamer down to final stock here. And Gossamer does have the one stock lead though. And ledge control not able to be held by CarbonCopies. But before Gossamer can establish himself in the mid stage, Carbon coming back into this. He's keeping a lot of pressure. And now Gossamer, though, controlling the ground game. A lot more like we saw in game one, where Gossamer was getting off all the stuns, hitting all those whip moves, and making CarbonCopies play to his tempo. He's going to need some more of that, though, as he is down the stock still. 89% for Gossamer on his final stock. He's going to be able to bring Carbon down to his last as well, though. So the window of opportunity is there if Gossamer can keep up this pressure that we saw here in the back half of second stock. Waits it out. Good read there. Carbon has him to 115. This kill percentage threat is growing ever larger right now. Gossamer finding really good reactionary play, though. Pushing different angles. Oh, just gets away from that. But control of the stage is CarbonCopies. 78% on Carbon, 133 on Gossamer, and that is going to be enough as CarbonCopies takes game 2 to even it up. The move from CarbonCopies over to the Mewtwo. I've seen it once or twice, but not often. So this is really interesting to see in this matchup here against Gossamer. No doubt these two have played each other with this matchup. Even with this being an unconventional pick from CarbonCopies, right now he is really bringing the tempo in. And there we go, Gossamer able to get that stock off of CarbonCopies despite being up at 153. And they're going to even it up right there. 2 stocks apiece. Full Dark Sphere coming through, getting some good damage onto Gossamer, but he chases down into CarbonCopies. He's not having any of that. CarbonCopies makes it back to stage, tries to get a charge of his own off, but they back off, go back into a neutral stage. Gossamer, though, immediately takes control of the stage again. Oh, that stun not long enough for Gossamer to get anything good off of. Dark Sphere is gonna land, and Gossamer blasts off the side. CarbonCopies looking really good on this Mewtwo. Just having control of the stage at most times. Shields through, and able to get a grab off there. I don't know if in this, specific matchup that Mewtwo just has an advantage, but damn if Carbon isn't making it look like that's the case. And there we are, Gossamer playing just the distance. Well done spacing on that, but at 67 off of that grab, he's got a little bit of work cut out for him. 81 now. Dark Sphere gonna go underneath as Gossamer easy jumps over the top of that. Dash attack pushes him off the side. CarbonCopies full control of the stage. Dark Sphere fully charged ready. He's going to be eaten by the shield. He's keeping Gossamer pinched. Finally gives up center though. And Gossamer takes advantage of that right away. Coming and getting a good combo off. Carbon though turns it back. Once again, edge control. CarbonCopies is just keeping it locked down. Oh, Gossamer makes an attempt there and ends up with the self-destruct. CarbonCopies goes back into the 2-1 lead.
Stop the battle.
Gotta love the changes here. CarbonCopies rocking the Bowser. Gossamer on the Falco. Carbon, though, coming in aggressive. Gets the early hits. Now, of course, we're gonna see that there's more high damage single hits from this Bowser than the Falco. But the combos from Falco could be crazy punishing for this big beefy boy. So far, though, Gossamer unable to get these combos. Carbon chasing out a little dash attack. It's Fire Breath. 140 almost onto Gossamer now. And just gets a little Bat Fist. Sends him out. First stock on the way of CarbonCopies. And he's looking to close this out 3-1 possibly here in this loser's quarterfinals. Command grab and get some good damage off. Gossamer mostly just getting a little laser tag on Carbon here and there, maybe following up with something. Finally gets a little more substantial damage out. Carbon's struggling to get back down to stage. Does though. Back into neutral. Oh, and the grab ranges are just barely off. Gossamer getting the bad end of that one. Carbon's just reveling in it. Forward air for Carbon. Get some more damage. Get stage control. Just able to deny that smash attack from Carbon, or Gossamer. Carbon does not latch on the ledge and is hard punished for it. Gossamer gets some good lasers in there. 172. CarbonCopies still on first stock. Gossamer 107, 125 now on second stock. And that should, oh no, he misses. Gets it there though. 185. Carbon sits on his full stock total. Gossamer, tournament stock here. Brings Carbon down to 2. Pushed off to the side. Now if I know Carbon, he might just be cheeky enough to go for the Regicide here. Grabs and throws. Getting up a little damage, but they're almost even up in damage. Stock lead, obviously, towards CarbonCopies still. A little more damage. Get that Fire Breath out. A little more tick damage. Does not get another hit, though, as Gossamer is able to reestablish himself on the stage here. Gossamer controlling the side of the stage right now. Carbon should not be able to get back through this, and he does not. Gossamer lands it 100% onto Gossamer. Final stock both ways, and that's Gonna send him all the way towards the blast zone, but that one will be the killing blow. And CarbonCopies takes it 3-1. On the other half of the bracket, Coleslaw took down